The most important thing to me when I develop a car is to provide the drivability to move and to control the car at the driver's will. While honoring the past history of this iconic car, as the all-new WRX is a very special car for us at Subaru and for all the Subaru fans, we evolved the drivability to control the car freely based on our extensive knowledge of motorsport. Our concept is pure power in your control. We seriously focused on improving the driving performance. We developed the car so that we could fully express the enjoyment and peace of mind within the WRX's handling. First, the steering response has dramatically improved. Usually from the time you turn the steering wheel until the time the car starts to actually move, there is a very slight time lag with any car. We radically shortened this time lag, improving the response to be on par with European sports cars. We considerably enhanced the stability of the car, then we sharpened the turning. With the rear wheels getting a firm grip, we then got the rear axis to become the center of rotation, the car revolving around that point. This is the driving feel we were aiming at. When the rear tires slide or the rotation axis becomes unstable, it is difficult for the driver to get the line they're aiming at. But if your rotation axis and the rear end are firm, you can revolve around it and steer the car wherever you want it to go. So, what we were going for was a solid grip at the rear in order to give a sharp turn-in at the front. The rear grip creates a feeling of security, with no fear of spinning out of control, as the rotation axis is firm, which gives you a sense of enjoyment from being able to turn, to take the car and put it exactly where you want it to be. That was our goal. Next comes the driving feel. In order to secure the performance levels we have been talking about here, you need a very rigid body. Because a rigid body is necessary to draw out the full potential of the suspension performance. When we try to achieve the handling of a sports car, it becomes important to have stiff setting for the suspension. But when the body is not stiff enough, the body bends and the suspension does not stroke. Therefore, the passengers constantly feel like bumping up and down in the car. So, we emphasized on the stiffness of the body, which allows the hard suspension to stroke, so that the ride quality does not suffer any uncomfortable bumps while using stiff suspension settings. And then comes the friction. How to reduce friction was a big issue. With the suspension, we actually went as far as tweaking how each coil spring is winded to reduce the friction. This all-new WRX is equipped with a 2-liter direct injection turbo engine. This engine has torque that comes on strong with low revolution, so it resulted in an engine that is extremely easy to control. So we aimed for a setting where the throttle opens up and actually lets you feel those acceleration G's when you press on the pedal. We've incorporated these qualities into the engine. There is also fuel efficiency. It has vastly improved over the traditional EJ turbo engine. We created an engine for a new generation of sports cars that is both fun to drive and has improved environmental performance. We would definitely want people to experience the sheer joy of driving a car that you can control at will. I may be a bit off the subject here, but this joy we're talking about controlling tools at will and things going exactly the way you want is not just limited to cars. It is the same feeling you get when you go surfing or skiing. Therefore, we are not just targeting customers that are heavily into motorsports here. We are also looking at customers who love and enjoy sports and use sports gear. We hope that the joy of driving a WRX will reach a much wider audience.